Hi, welcome to the channel, welcome to my vlog. Feels like ages since I've done one, but it's probably not. I've just been a bit tied up really with various things, and life gets in the way, doesn't it, of you want to do what you want to do. Right, okay, so bit of a catch up on the market. I know we did one a couple of weeks ago, but I'm sort of hearing various different dealers what they're coming up with. Now, Mark at the Caravan place, which I've got to get down, got to go down and see Mark this year. I've got to do that. It's one of my main ambitions to do. He's reporting very good sales, and he's busy. He's a busy guy, and I think a lot of that is down to Mark himself. I think he's very proactive. Always has been, from what I can see, and definitely doesn't let the grass grow under his feet. And I think in times like these, you've got to be like that. I think if you sit back and just let it roll, then you'll roll out, and that'll be your lot. Or if it's not, you're going to get into a danger zone. Some of the dealers have told me that they were a bit short on used stock. Families looking around, spotted a family a few weeks ago, and they were looking at upgrading the Caravan. They bought their first Caravan last year. I asked them what it was, and they said, it's 2005 eldest Firestorm. So that was a Baron Special, that was a deal Caravan Special. And they said, yes, that's what we've been told. And it was the end washroom, so it was the 3-4 berth. I think it'd be the 524, something like that. Anyway, they bought it at a dealership, but not from a dealer, from somebody who was out there looking at caravans and said, we've got our van for sale, and they went and bought it. It was their first Caravan. Now, we know about buying caravans not from a dealer. We know dealers, saints or sinners, what you want to call them is. But if I was buying my first Caravan, I would always go to a dealer. At least you've got something to fall back on, unless you've got somebody with you who knows the ins and outs to go buy in private. Is the Caravan there to sell? There's a damp, servicing, all that sort of thing, and the price, get the price right. So I thought they were very brave. Now they were looking at doing a trade-in. They wanted a family van with bunk beds, and they were struggling. They've been to a couple of Caravan dealers that I said, you want to try something? No, they said, we've been, and there's nothing there for us. And I met up with them at Kendall Caravans Blackpool, formerly Westfield Caravans, and they'd got a new 2023 Adria. I think it was the Avon, and also a Europa Sprite Swift Europa, which we've done the review on earlier on, and they were sort of looking at what they were going to, what they really wanted, price wise and all that and the other. But anyway, I spoke to a couple of other dealers. Some dealers said that new stuff is still not exactly flying out the door. Bit of the expensive stuff, i.e. stuff like Bailey Grande Alicanto and the Swift Elegance, they're only going to sell if they're discounted heavily. And I think that's probably fair game to say that, because earlier on this year, if you remember, I think it's about, already in the season, it's already started seeing there were some big discounts to be had. Now, 2026 models, I'm hearing rumours about new ranges coming out. So, I mean, the days when we used to go to lots of manufacturers are long gone. We're down to Swift now. Adria, I don't bother with Adria anymore because, to be quite honest, I'm not travelling hundreds of miles to go and see 3 or 4 caravans. We've got, of course, Bailey and Coachman. Bailey don't do any pre-launches now like they used to do since COVID. They decided that they'll pull the plug on that. But people like Coachman have done, and they've kept that up. And Eldest, in all fairness. So I've got to go and see them over the next month or so she'll see what's happening there. And of course, when I'm allowed to, I'll report back on what's what and what I think. Um, They'll also, as I say, we've got some exciting, I think there's going to be some exciting vans coming up. And I think we're looking at vans that are going to be lighter and cheaper and hopefully family layout. So I've been on about this now for a few years, but vans need to be lighter and cheaper. So let's see what happens. Okay, so a bit of a downer with you there. I'll bring this one in now. As you know, I'm a bit into my cameras. I'm into stills photography. Hence I haven't got a GoPro because I've been using my DSLR. And I had a Nikon D780, which is a full frame, what they call full frame camera. Now anybody who knows anything about cameras will know what I'm talking about, and I don't want to start getting complicated to regular people watching the channel. But the thing is, what's happened is that I'd left that camera in the back seat of the car. Now it was covered up, and I've got keyless locking, and I'm not a fan of it. It was standard with the car, but I don't know whether I've walked away thinking the car's locked, someone's come along, they've been trying doors, mine's opened up, oh, what's in that cover, oh, that looks expensive, we'll have it, and they've been gone. Because I've not been using it for a few days, I didn't notice it had gone until the other week when I was going out doing some photography for a couple of guys, a couple of my mates, and the camera had gone. Now luckily got my old Nikon D7 II, which has been it's 10 years old camera. It's been a great camera. It's done a lot of work for me. It doesn't owe me anything. And that's what we're shooting this video on now. And I've been doing a bit of video work again with that because just sold it because it was just a bit smaller, a bit more compact, and using me full frame for doing my still shots. But anyway, it's gone, and insurance of course wouldn't insure me, so we're looking at over £2,000 of the camera gone now. That can't be replaced because I can't afford to replace it over £2,000. Plus as well, the other downer was that it had a lens on it which was a very good lens. Again, for those who don't know, it was a 16-35 Nikon VR lens. And also it had a very good polarising filter on it as well, plus a full SD card of work I'd been doing, some videos which have now gone as well, so all that work's gone, my camera's gone, so I'm left now back to how I was with my original Nikon D7 II, which is a close crop, which is a crop sensor, but I've had some great shots and it's great for magazine work, etc. It's not a problem. All I just hope now it just carries on, keeps going. So yes, I've been a bit hacked off. It's been a bit upsetting. The fact somebody's been in my car and I didn't know. And the fact is as well, my SD card with lots of work on there is gone. And the person who took it obviously I don't think they knew anything about cameras. They just thought, oh, a few quid here. You know, sell it down the pub. I've been looking on Facebook, Marketplace, the exchange equipment thing, shops, just locally to see if it's knocking around. But anyway, no, nothing as yet. I think I'm sort of whistling in the wind really, but hey, you never know. So yeah, that's a bit of a downer. The other thing as well, I'm going to be doing some radio interviews for some little local radio stations, BBC, I think it's Devon, Cornwall, I can't remember the other one, but it's sort of all that area in the West Country. So just promoting the camper van book, which is doing relatively all right. You know, I'm not going to make millions out of it, I never do. I can tell you before, you know, books do not make me much money at all. In fact, they make me very little. They never cover themselves. They don't even cover themselves. They don't make any sort of profit for the amount of work goes into them. So unless for some reason one day the world discovers my books and gets very interested in what I do, they'll remain at being a very sort of niche type book. So yes, I've been doing a couple of radio interviews, I think in July. Now I'm also going to be doing a bit of an interview with another channel, with a guy called Phil, and he'll shoot me now because I can't remember the name of his channel. I was going to put it up so I didn't, anyway. But anyway, I'll tell you more about that when it happens. He does a thing like Caravan Corner. Now, any of my subscribers, any people watching this who watch Phil's YouTube channel, I think it's mainly him and his wife, and they're local to me. They only live at Chorley, so they're not far from me. So we're going to meet up on a site a few miles from here, and we're going to do a interview. That's the idea. So that should be quite good fun. I'm hoping this microphone's going to be picking up much because it's not in a very good spot. Now I'm going to just forgive me on this. So anyway, probably be too loud now. So the problem is, yeah, that's it, as it were. So we're going to be doing that sort of interview type thing. So I'm looking forward to that. What other bits of news have I got? Well, yeah, I'm going to see Andy tomorrow. You know, Andy with the classic Caravan, we got the Sprite Musketeer out about 18 months ago. He's done a bit more work on that, but of course Andy being Andy has got more vans in, and he's got a couple to show me. I'm going to say what they are, but they're sort of modern classics, if you like. So I'm going to do, hopefully get a video on those and do videos on them. So that's going to come up in probably the next week or two. That's the idea, and do that. Now there's something else I was going to say, and I'm trying to think now what it was. I'll remember. You know what it's like? I had all this stuff to say. I should have written it down, really. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, subscribers have been a bit like that. 1 minute's up, next minute's going down again. It's one of those. Views aren't fantastic. Hopefully they will get more people viewing. But yes, that's what I was going to say. I'm doing, supplying some information to per normal, and also supplying some images for a feature that's going to be in the Daily Telegraph, by a freelance journalist called Lottie Gross. Lottie's done 2 dog books about where to take your dogs on holidays, that sort of thing. Sounds like a great lady. I had a phone interview with her, and she's putting this piece together, and I'm just sort of shoving in my little bit, as it were, and some images. So I think that's going to be in probably the next couple of weeks. I think that's going to be in the Daily Telegraph. So as any of my subscribers, anybody generally watching this channel is a Telegraph reader, you may see that turn up in the next couple of weeks, and I've had something to do with it. I think when we get a name check, I asked him, please give me a name check, because I do a lot of things for people and I don't get a name check, and it looks like they've done all the running around when actually it was me. Right, okay, so a lot of people like the video with the Swift Europa, especially my granddaughter, who's just gone to bed at this time. She's been like on hyper. She had a sleep in the car today. I took her to McDonald's like you do, and she fell asleep in the car. So when I got her back, I thought I'll give her a few more minutes. That's fatal, isn't it, with kids? So then I took her, thought, well, I'm going to take her out of the car. So I sort of slowly woke her up. She's like, you know, where am I? Whoa, you know, they do. Because she's at witchery age at the moment. She's like coming up for 3, and she's really like, you know, she can't have anything. It's like the waterworks comes on. We're going through all that sort of procedure at the moment with her. And anyway, yeah, I brought her back and popped her on. She was fine eventually in the end, but she all of a sudden had a burst of energy for about 3 hours. It's like clambering all over you. And, Grandad, can you do this? Grandad, can you do that? It's like, oh God, you know, give us a break. But anyway, that's how it goes, isn't it? If you've got grandkids or young children, you know, generally your parents, and we've all, you know, I've been there with my daughter, but you tend to forget as you get older what it was all about, but you're soon quickly reminded. And that's something about caravanning with kids. You know, kids do like the caravanning, and that's the couple I was talking to with the eldest had bought private. They said the kids are loving it, and that's what had, you know, swayed them more. I mean, they were keen anyway, but they're even sort of keener now. So, other thing is, that's right, videos, right. Now, if you scroll through all the videos, you'll see the Motorhomes UK comic, which is VW based. It was Fiona Stewart, lovely Fiona Stewart, and her daughter, and they gave up a day one Sunday afternoon. I had the lunch with them. She made a fantastic lunch, just brilliant. And we spent the afternoon photographing the comet and generally chatting. It was just a nice day. I mean, it came in for rain later on, but we'd done basically what we needed to do. That is now in Practical Motorhome. So if you go down to your local newsagents, if you've got one left, Practical Motorhome, the latest issue, has got a 2-page feature in there, a bit more about the comet, of Fiona's, who was great and gave me all the time. Now, also Practical Caravan, the next issue, which is the August issue. Apart from my used buys are doing there, I've done a bit of a feature that I've rehashed a bit of towbars, mainly concentrating on Witter, because Witter were the main ones that really the well-known towbar manufacturers, and they started in, I think, about 1950, 52. Colin Witter Engineering Company, and he started to design caravans, design towbars, but basically that were off the peg, because before that you had to go to a car engineer or a blacksmith to, you know, get a towbar made for you. There was very few anywhere you could get a towbar off the peg, but Witter started that up. They tested them, they typed, approved them. And even in the sort of 70s, when there was lots of other little towbar manufacturers sort of kicking about, Witter was still the best. My dad always wanted and always had a Witter towbar fitted. He wouldn't have any other towbar. There was another company called Dixon Bait, who were also based like Witter at Chester, and they were there. And I had a Dixon. My first towbar, my Vauxhall Astra Mark II, was a Dixon Bait. I think it was about, this will make you laugh now, it was about 35 quid fitted with the 7-pin electrics. And I've had a tow shore, which I had on a Vauxhall Belmont. Do you remember the Vauxhall Belmont? An Astra, basically, with a boot on. And the tow bar went right down underneath, sort of thing. But every time, if you went over like a sleeping policeman, you know, bump, it would bottom out on the top. So you have to be careful. But all my other tow bars have been Witter tow bars, especially the last few years. Because I think Witter have still got that expertise. They've got a lot of years behind them. So they're a good tow bar manufacturer. I think they've been bought out by a German company now, or they've bought a German company out. I can't remember now. I can't remember who they were. But also, they appear at the shows. So, Witter, to me, were always a sign of a good tow bar. So, if you look at Practical Caravan, apart from my used buys in there as per normal, you will see this feature on tow bars, a bit of history on tow bars. So I hope you like that. So again, August issue, Practical Caravan. I think it's due out anytime now. Practical Motorhome, VW Comet, Motorhomes UK Comet for Fiona's that we covered on the channel. And also, if you look down, if you scroll on all the channel, all the videos, you go on the main page, you scroll down, you'll see how a tow bar is fitted. That was on my own car. It's a Skoda Karoq a few years ago now, and Witter were very kind to spend some hours and fit a tow bar on for me. It took, I think it was overall, it's like the electrics take all the time. It's about 5 or 6 hours. So tow bars are quite complicated to fit these days. I can remember my dad and his friend Dad had just got a new Mark III Cortina 1.6 XL, and that was in May 1972. My God, how time's flown. Anyway, I can remember him saying to my dad, "Oh, Jack, don't go getting a tow bar fitted. We'll do it in the workshop at work." Well, they got the sticks and bait tow bar. I can't remember where they bought it from. I can't remember where Dad got it from. He must have got it from a Caravan dealer. And fitted this tow. Oh, it took them all night. And getting the electrics right was not brilliant either. I think there was a lot of choice words said. So, you know, tow bars have got a lot more complex. I know there's mobile tow bar fitters around. Again, I'm sure some very good ones, but you know, it's not like being in a workshop fitted a tow bar. I know somebody did have a tow bar fit by a mobile tow bar fitter, and the result afterwards was not the best. In fact, the guy had wired it up wrong, and he was due to go away. He hitched the Caravan up and he put the grey plug in when we used to have the full 13 pins, and he put the grey plug in which powered all your fridge when you're on the road and your interior lighting. And what had happened was the guy got it wired where as soon as you put the grey plug on, it ran the fridge on 12 volts. The ignition wasn't even on. Now I think that's not by law. I don't think it's supposed to be. I think that's totally not right. I remember that happening to me on a Vauxhall Astra that I had on my Vauxhall Astra I had, and again I'd stopped off at the chip shop on the way out. So we're off down to Exeter. Well, down we only got 5 minutes down the road. So hey, let's stop at the chip shop. I had our chips in the car. Trying to start the car. It was just as dead as a dodo. So what I had to do, I was to hitch the Caravan and get a couple of bystanders and get the car started, and then reverse it onto the Caravan, and off away we were. And this is what happened to this person. He couldn't get it going. It was completely, utterly dead. I mean, the battery would be drained with the fridge on. Would be drained within half an hour easy. And that's what he'd done. He'd left it wired, and it was live wire. It shouldn't have been unless the engine's running. So yeah, not brilliant. And the actual fitting itself, what I thought was a bit of a botch job. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yes, tow bars are a very complex thing these days, not as they used to be. So anyway, I'm going to leave you on that note and say thank you for watching the video, persevering with the channel. And for all those people being long-term subscribers, a big thank you. And those at short-term, big thank you. Please go subscribing. Let's now try and get up to 5,500 if we can. You know, there's this big thing about subscribers actually on channels. I've heard of various... Oh, excuse me. It's a long day. Of various other channels about people multiplying their subscribers by various means. So and this other person, well, these other people said, we're going to keep it, you know, okay, our subscribers aren't massive, but at least we're getting our subscribers through just, you know, through hard work, not falsifying and adding to them by various means, because that is possible. Somebody came on to me a couple of years ago and said, do I want to raise my subscribers by 10,000? It would cost me about £500, and I declined. So anyway, that's that. Thanks for watching. Please keep your comments coming. Do hope you like the channel. As I say, more stuff to come. I've got loads of ideas to put on, loads of things to do. It's just I ain't got that time to do it. So I've got to fit this in as and really when I can up to a point. Although, you know, I do dedicate days where I just do YouTube stuff. Because it doesn't make money. Not for me anyway. Makes very, very little. So Again, please subscribe, please keep liking, and yeah, just keep watching. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.